Once again, welcome back to the Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide podcast. This is Kirk. With me is Jacob, the Marathon Manera.
What's up? The marathon?
How long have you been awake? What time did you wake up?
I woke up at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. It's 7 p.m. right now the next day.
7:30 p.m.
That's a good clip.
Yeah. It's been a long day. Been at work, went well, but now tomorrow I have my mini weekend because I have split days off, so I have one day off tomorrow.
That's good. That's what you want. Nothing wrong with a day off.
Yeah.
So, I guess first off, let's start off with the. We always talk about in the intro song when you listen to it. There's a bit of the song where there's very quick, like super fast, hard to understand vocals happening in the background.
Yes.
Any nethead will know this, and no one knows what it says. I've Googled extensively different things like Ned lyrics.
Okay,
fast
good.
part.
I was gonna ask because I remember you were telling me like a week ago that you were gonna try to figure it out, and I didn't know if you had actually Googled it.
Yeah, when you look up Ned lyrics, it's the words that you understand. Obviously, that's what comes up.
Yeah,
it's like the fucking shit that the main singer says. But I'm talking about the stuff that the background guy says, and I have slowed down some, and so here's. Now a little slower. It sounds like he's saying something about even since the first day, but I don't know what he's saying at the beginning. So one more time. Can't smile first preacher spent the first day. I won't do that one again, but so it's unintelligible. I have
no idea what he's saying.
If we were watching a movie with subtitles, it would say unintelligible. That's what it would say. And this and then the other part. It's just you can't. So that was your daily dose of audio horror.
Yeah, for real.
for the evening. Now moving on to the episode. Prime again is wrong. So it's not the next sequential episode on Amazon Prime. It is the 15th one instead of the 13th one.
Yeah. Because we are on season 2, episode 13, right?
Yes, April Fools / excuses. And
yes.
April Fools is first. I'm going to say they were both pretty good. Yeah,
I thought they were both decent. I didn't think there was as big of a difference as last time when we were watching when one half was clearly better. Yeah. I think we have a little bit more of a battle this time.
It's true. It is true, and I'll wait till we talk about each one before I say which one is better because sometimes that changes after you talk about it.
Definitely, sometimes it does. Yeah, for sure.
So basically, this episode starts off. We get the vibe immediately that VP Krubs is a trickster, prankster. Sort of a guy.
Yeah, he's a real bastard. We get basically the whole opening sequence is him fucking with first Billy, then Coconut Head, and then Cook, and then Ned.
Yeah, his first gag is a series of fake rules. He's like, there's no basketball allowed, no clapping allowed, or just crazy shit.
Doesn't he say that there's no bad haircuts allowed for
no bad haircuts? No bad haircuts
for
allowed.
Coconut Head
gets a citation,
dude.
Yeah, yeah. He taxes Coconut Head, and he makes Loomer and Coconut Head both faint because he's like, you guys are suspended or whatever, some crazy shit.
Yeah, I don't exactly know why they fainted.
I don't know either, but he killed him temporarily.
He did. That is true.
But yeah, he's like, April Fools, these are all fake jokes, and he keeps getting people all episode long. You would think word would travel about, hey guys, be on the lookout, like VP Krubs.
Yeah.
He's a fucking bastard.
Maybe maybe it just didn't get around to the type of people that don't listen to rumors, They're like, you know what, VP, he's probably doing the right thing. He's probably doing his job.
You know what I think? I think he's got such good strategy because it's revealed he's a master pranker.
Yes.
I mean, he's a prank master.
He's a genius. He's like the Steve Jobs of pranks.
Some would say, I mean, I don't know if that's the right parallel, but I can't think of a more accurate one, so I'll go with it for now. But yeah, he's like, man, that derailed me. What was I even going to say?
Probably something about Krubs.
Shit. Yeah, Krubs. This is a good Krubs episode. I mean, for sure.
Yeah, we get his scene of, or at least a shot of what seems to be at first him pissing on a child. That turns out to not be the case.
It's like a Joker lapel flower, water gun.
Yeah, it definitely is similar to like the Joker from Batman. Does that happen in any of the movies? I don't remember.
I think Jack Nicholson has
Jack Nicholson did it. Of course he did.
I think he did. Yeah.
Nice. That makes sense.
Ned has a sweet short sleeve polo. I feel like he is tending to wear long sleeves, so I think that this stood out to me.
Yeah. I mean, more often than not, he'll go for a layered look or some sort of long sleeve for sure.
Mm-hmm. He fucking pranks Loomer again, and he calls him Lumo. He feeds him a cookie. He's like, "Hey, want a cookie, Lumo?" And then
Loomer's a fucking idiot, dude. He's a
Loomer
dingus.
eats the cookie. Yeah, he's like, "All right, yeah, Vice Principal Clubs," because he believes that you should respect authority, even though that goes against his character entirely.
Well, it goes against it, but also I feel like
he's just gullible.
Deep down, maybe he does respect authority. He's probably gonna end up being a cop in his future.
Maybe. That's possible.
He's either gonna become a cop or he's gonna become like a convict.
I think a security guard. No, an overnight security guard at like a mall.
Oh, that'd be cool though.
So he's like
Honestly,
he's authority, but
rad.
he's not the law. He's not a badge.
Can you imagine how badass that would be to like have that as your job?
To not be a badge, but to have the understood authority to crack skulls?
No, I just mean being able to be in a mall after hours.
Oh, hell yeah. It's like you could pretend you're in Dawn of the Dead. You could pretend you're in Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you heard that joke. I said it twice because the connection hiccuped.
Yeah, we are dealing with connection issues, unfortunately.
As always.
Worse today, maybe?
Yeah. But Krubs spiked those cookies with habanero hot sauce. So, I mean, serious shit.
Is habanero that hot?
Depends on how much you put in it, doesn't it?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, it put the one guy in the hospital. They had a stretcher.
Was that from the cookie?
I assumed it was because it seemed like all the pranks in the middle was just like hot sauce cookie pranks.
He made 2 batches of cookies.
He made an enormous couple of batches.
He was straight up poisoning people with capsaicin cookies.
Well, yeah, I think that if this would have been made more recently, though, he probably would have chosen ghost pepper, right? And then those people would have been fucking dealing with that heat for hours.
You would have had to do something more extreme than habanero. Habanero is pedestrian by now.
Yeah,
yes.
Habanero, people fucking munch on that for fun.
They're like, oh, yeah, I got habanero Pringles.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you a hothead? You a hobhead?
A habanero from Havana. I think that's what that means.
Right on.
Seth, this is a good episode. We get a lot of Seth in the next episode, but we get some of Seth in this one too.
Would some say that we get too much Seth in the next episode?
Dude, Seth.
I love Seth as much as the next guy, but that was a lot of Seth.
It was a lot of Seth, and he's a good fucking guy.
Yeah, that is reinforced in concrete.
He's got a heart.
Yeah. He's got a heart of gold, just like his hair.
That's true. Yes.
Equally
golden. But his chains are bigger this episode, you said. You made that observation.
Yeah, his chains are massive now. Before, he used to have like those classic like thin gold chains that you see all sorts of people wear, and like Italian people and stuff. Now he's going for the more like I guess longer like hip hop style chains. Yeah, would you agree with that?
Thicker. Well, it's a thicker. It's a bigger gauge.
It is
of
definitely
chain.
a thicker ring.
Right. Mose learns this episode something that she should have known really forever, that she has nothing in common with Seth.
Yeah.
It's, I'm going to say it's remarkable that she didn't realize that earlier. This culminates in her realizing that she needs to basically break up with Seth.
Yeah, she doesn't want to date Seth anymore.
She realizes she's made a horrible mistake.
Yeah, I mean, she knew that last time, too, right? It's been 2 episodes now in a row where she didn't want to be with Seth anymore.
Oh, it's a boulder that's been rolling, and it's just collecting moss in her head.
Yes.
But you know what? She doesn't want to, she doesn't want to hurt Seth. So how do you...
No. Because he's still a nice guy. She just doesn't have any interest with him.
She doesn't even fucking know how nice he is yet. He becomes so nice.
Yeah, the next episode for sure. But yeah, so...
I'm thinking he would die for her.
You think so?
Almost.
I mean, I could see it.
He'd do some shit. He'd go through some shit for her, I think, at this point. Maybe not death.
I don't know. He might take a bullet.
He looks pretty dedicated. He feels pretty dedicated.
He definitely feels too dedicated for middle school.
Yeah. Ned doesn't want to... so basically, Ned plots... He's like, well, Krubbs is terrorizing everybody. He's just running rampage through the whole school. We've got to do something about this.
Yeah.
Now, he says, I don't want to hurt Krubbs. Ned, why the fuck don't you want to hurt Krubbs?
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
He's been nothing but a bastard asshole to you and every other person on the show, literally.
Yes. So, at least this episode.
Sure, but even the whole time, like, that's kind of Krubbs' thing, is he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, but also Krubbs is great.
He's great. Oh, yeah.
He's a great character.
He is a great character.
He's a very funny character. One thing I want to mention, too, is that Gordy's April Fool's joke, when we first see Gordy, is just that he doesn't do his job. It's like, good joke, Gordy.
Yeah.
You fucking rat bastard. Because, like, when they get in there, when they come into his office, when they come into the janitor's closet to, like, try to contact Gordy and ask him for help to get VP back, Gordy's like, no, I got to do all this work and unclog toilets. And then he's like, just kidding, April Fools. It's like, fuck you, Gordy, dude.
I'm not working. You think I'm working. You jerk off.
Yeah, what a fucking bastard, dude. But then he has this whole elaborate schedule printed out, like a pull-down thing on his door of Krubbs' entire schedule down to the minute, down to the very single minute activities, such as getting a drink of water.
Yeah, Krubbs clearly has OCD. If he's this predictable.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe he just loves a good stern schedule.
That's true. He might just have discipline.
And sometimes you have to have
maybe
discipline.
He's an ex-Marine. That would be plausible.
I mean, because, like, well, no. I was going to say, like...
He was a merc.
I was going to say, like, even during my normal work day, I do some of the same things, but, like, it depends on the day. You know, you do different shit at different times. He's fucking crazy if he gets a drink of water at the same time every day.
Yeah. You have to set alarms if you're gonna do shit like that. Like
that's true. But what if he wouldn't even be thirsty at the same time? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Mose breaks up with Seth. Seth thinks that it's an April Fool's Day joke.
Yeah, and that becomes like their gag between each other. They're like, you know, she does it a bunch of times to him, and then he ends up trying to, you know, getting her back because like her whole thing is that she's gonna try to be as annoying as Seth. Similar, like just being his personality, which I feel like was a weird strategy. I feel like she should have just been annoying in her own regard instead of just like trying to copy Seth. It seems like a strange thing because you'd think copying Seth would be something that he would like. He would like people like him.
That's what I would think. I would have thought that that's what it would have turned into. Is he just gets super into the fact that they're all into that they're like talking about the same. But she goes like she's spinning a basketball, but then she like names each of her hairs.
Well,
like
she's spinning a volleyball.
Oh, a volleyball. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Which,
of course.
But you know, I feel like our assumption is right. I feel like he would love that if she was into sports and shit. You know?
Yeah, but then you go, each one of my hairs has a name. This is Audrey.
I mean, Claire. That's weird. That's weird.
You go, this bitch is psychotic.
But like, what does that have to do with Seth?
That's just one of the things she wants to make him think that I guess she's crazy.
Yeah, but like, how is that acting like Seth? Is it just because Seth has nice hair?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like Seth is a crazed man.
Unless we missed like something that happened in a previous episode where like he was doing shit with his hair. I don't even know.
No, he just knows that he has beautiful golden long hair. That's all and he's aware of that, which is fine, but he doesn't name his individual follicles.
I mean, thank God.
He's not a sicko.
No, he's definitely not a sicko.
Krubs does the bull horn. He does a bull horn thing, which is, the principal thing from the Breakfast Club reference, I think.
Oh, I didn't even catch that reference.
It is, right?
Man, that's a great movie. Breakfast Club.
Isn't that where that principal does the thing?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Call us out, though, guys, if we're incorrect. Maybe it's a different Brat Pack movie.
They sneak into Krubs' office, which is rigged up with, booby traps like an Egyptian tomb.
Yes.
If it was a clown that was buried there. So, they open the door and the bucket of water comes down on Cook's head. Could have short-circuited him.
I thought it was going to kill him. And it definitely hurt him a lot because he struggled to get the bucket off his head for a good minute.
Yeah, he's not handled water damage well before in the past.
No, he hasn't. Yeah, hasn't it fucked his system completely before?
That's what I thought.
Just with a spritz of water?
There's another rig thing that comes out after Ned discovers that Krubs is some sort of a gambling scratch-off addict. Or no, a lotto number addict.
Yeah, lotto head. But we also see Gordy get kicked in the ass by a hammer.
And then Ned gets swept upside down and hung there by his feet.
Which would suck. That's definitely the worst one.
That could have fucked him.
Yeah, because imagine the whiplash of
right.
It lifted him by the foot, so in order for his
how is
foot
that
to
not
be
smash your face on the ground?
That's what I was about to say. His head would have been fucking cracked open on the tile floor, that hard concrete.
That's got
to
unless it goes up straight up so fast.
No, impossible.
Your body would break in half if that was the case.
I want to see a Mythbusters episode. I'm sure there is one about this situation happening.
Yeah, they get Buster and they pull his foot out from under him and yank it up directly.
That had to have happened, right? They had to have done a Mythbusters on that.
I don't know.
I would be shocked if they didn't, because it's a thing that's happened in so many different forms of media.
I don't know. It's not a show anymore. R.I.P. Grant Imahara.
Yeah, the one guy died, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, that's a real shame.
He was not old at all.
No, he wasn't. What happened? Did he have an aneurysm or something?
Yeah, some crazy shit.
Damn. Yeah, R.I.P.
But yeah, Krubs is unfoolable.
Yes, he is. Well, to a certain point, isn't he?
Perhaps that's what they think.
That is what they think.
Yeah, but, so they're crushed. They've been outsmarted by him so far. How are we going to get back at him?
No one can outsmart Ned.
So it turns out those lotto tickets were genuine, real lotto tickets in his drawer there.
Yeah, he didn't plant those.
Nope, those were not those were not gag lotto tickets.
Which they could have been, because the numbers he picked was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That would have been so on brand too.
Yeah, I have no how is that not a gag lotto ticket?
I don't know, but that is his Achilles heel, it turns out.
Yeah, because he really believes in that shit. Even though that's a classic thing in all sorts of different shows and shit where you show someone fake lotto numbers. I feel like it's been done so many times.
It's a trope. It's a trope for sure.
And it's a weird trope because what? Why would you? Who would ever do this?
You got to be so addicted and so spiraled out into a not reality world. I feel like to be, because they literally pulled a set together at JKPMS, filmed it with Gordy's lady friend.
Yeah, his fuck buddy.
One of his strumpets.
Yes.
And just she was dressed up like Vanna White and just spun a thing and was the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
and she couldn't memorize them. They had the other teacher guy off camera showing her the number cards.
She's a floozy.
How could you not remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Because Gordy fucked her brains out. Ooh,
Damn.
Boom, pow.
With his tan cock.
Ooh. The Italian stallion. Gordo. Fatty.
But I do want to say, though, that in other forms of media, usually this prank is done by like them recording a previous day of the lottery readout,
exactly,
and then like buying that ticket of those numbers.
Which, so, how the fuck do you do that either?
Well, it'd be tough, you know.
It'd be tough to get your hand on that ticket.
Yeah.
What? You gotta find the previous winner.
No, because like, what are you buying the ticket for him and then handing it to him? Like,
No, you gotta seek out the previous winner and be like, hey, let me use this for a stunt.
No way, that wouldn't happen. I don't think it's done that way. I think it's the buying the ticket and handing it to him method. Although that sounds like it wouldn't work.
I don't know, but Krubs does do a thing when he finds out that when he thinks that he's found out that he's the winner. He's like, I'm going to quit. I'm moving to Miami to open a detective agency. That was a good reference.
That was an excellent reference. Oh, also this whole time, I don't know if we mentioned, is that the new superintendent is there to visit.
Yeah.
So, but VP Krubs does not believe whoever is talking to him on the intercom.
No. But it's revealed how they plotted this all thing once they say, we got you, bitch. You know, this was all a joke.
Yeah.
Plot twist, they went in the vents again.
Dude, every time. It's like literally every episode they're in the vents. It's crazy.
It's a thing for sure. It's become a Ned trope. It's like if there was a Ned's Declassified drinking game, anytime they go in the vents, that's like...
that would be on there for sure.
That's on there hard. And we should create one for sure.
Oh, we could easily do one. It could easily be made, and you'd get shit-faced because the episodes are so quick.
They are quick. Yeah, that's a great point. So, like, you watch a couple of them in, like, an hour. You can watch, like, a handful of episodes, really.
Yeah, that would be, like, too much. I think if you if you did one ep with 2 minisodes in it, you'd be good to go as your like, warm-up drinking game.
Yeah. That'd be great. We'd have to put some thought into that.
Yeah, we should definitely make one.
Comment, hit us in the comments. Or if you guys have any suggestions for additions to the Ned's drinking game.
Yeah, we should definitely make one though and put it on Insta.
Yeah,
that'd be tight.
I wonder if someone's done it already.
Put it on the sub. We'd have to check the subreddit.
Yeah. There was some weird shit on the subreddit I saw on there. I don't know if you look on there recently.
I only see it when it pops up on my like normal feed.
There was like a guy that was saying like this guy is like messaging me and stalking me weird, and he was like pretending like he was Chop Saw.
He was pretending to be Chop Saw?
Let me pull it up. I'm trying to find it right now real quick because
I saw the one that was pretending to be Martin Corley.
Yes. And this is a thing on this. He was being stalked in this thread, Martin Corley, 7 days ago. Oh my goodness. Where's the thing?
What does that even
the one
mean,
still here?
though? Like,
it doesn't make any sense. I don't know if it's
like I didn't even understand the screenshot when I saw it. I was like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" I'm there for Ned content.
Yeah, of course we're there for Ned. This guy. People always be saying I'm reporting this and shutting the sub down, and they're like, "What? Is this a joke?" Or because it's always this one guy, I think.
That's reporting the sub.
I don't see the one that was Chop Saw anymore, so that one he must have removed that post or some shit.
Damn.
But that Corley one is still there.
The Corley one's great.
Being stalked by this thread. It's just a Twitter account, or no, it's a Reddit account of Martin.
Yeah.
Someone that says they're Martin Corley.
Isn't in the post there's like a reference to like the type of like cookie that he wanted, like in that one episode?
Yeah, coconut macaroons, and then it's like the smiley face that's like looking off to the side, like all smug.
Dude, what the fuck? It's so weird.
It's very strange. If you guys want to go on a deep dive, definitely check out that Ned's Declassified subreddit.
Yeah, it's like going on the dark web for Ned.
It's deep shit for sure. I think we're ready to rate this episode.
Yeah, dude.
I'm saying 8.
Wow. That's
better than you thought?
Yeah, I think that's bold. Because
okay.
You think it's better than the best half of last time?
You know what?
No, actually, that's the same rating as you gave last time. You gave the last one an 8.
Yeah, I'll go 7.5. How about that?
Damn, I knocked you down.
Yeah. You know, you got it. Sometimes you need a reality check.
I think I agree with a 0.5 lower than the last best half because I'm gonna go a 7 instead of a 7.5. I'm going 7 out of 10. I think it was still good. I think it was funny. You know, it had some good moments in it. Yeah, thought it was solid. Also, as the midpoint of the episode, basically, since we didn't talk about it at the top, what are you drinking today? I am drinking right now the Tampa Bay Cigar City Lager, and before this, I had the last bit of my whiskey.
Oh, yeah, the whiskey that has been from your sister
for years now.
In the family for years.
Yeah, it took me a long time to polish it off in my non-whiskey drinking couple of years.
I mean, more than 6 years, right?
No.
5 years? 3 years?
Maybe
it's hard to keep track of time.
No, maybe like 2 years. Because it was because they got it in Texas, and we went for my cousin's wedding, and that wasn't that long ago. It was probably like 2 years ago, I would say.
Wow, it seems like it was way longer.
Maybe 2.5 years because it was during the summer.
That's crazy. I was finishing this bottle of wine that we got from Trader Joe's earlier.
Nice.
Finished it while we were watching the episode. It was from the Rhone region of France. It was a white wine. It was pretty good.
Ooh.
Not too bad.
Nice. Was it sweet?
Not too sweet.
Nice. Yeah, you don't want it too sweet, but a lot of the time white wine's a little bit too sweet.
Well, not all the time. It just depends on the kind you get.
Right on, brother. I feel like I always just go for a good Malbec, go for the red.
Yeah.
Rosés are nice too.
I just like beer better.
Well, yeah, I prefer it.
That's what it is, but on to the second half here, excuses.
But yeah, let's jump right into next half, excuses.
The dog ate Ned's homework for real.
Yes.
A dog.
The classic
dog.
excuse.
Ghost
dog. It's an excuse that I don't think anyone uses, but it is a thing that people know about.
It's more like a pop culture, just, I don't know, thing in the zeitgeist, I guess.
Yeah, but why, you know? Like...
I don't know. Yeah, where did it come from? That would be
like
interesting to trace the etymology of that expression.
Dog ate my homework. It's got to come from something.
People trace this shit like you wouldn't believe.
You think it came from like an old time radio show? A dog ate my homework, see? And then they,
like, Mister, the dog ate my homework.
Yeah, and then there's like a big guy like pretending to be a dog. He's like, whoa.
It was a radio. Yeah, it was a radio show. This is all just sound effects that people were doing.
Just a fucking DJ doing sound effects.
The ripping paper up. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one believes Ned, obviously, because that's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, it's an insane person's excuse.
So we have a.
But before this, we also get him giving people excuses. He's like the excuse master.
Yeah, well, we have a boy who cried wolf situation here at hand, don't we?
Yeah.
Classic.
We absolutely do.
And the next trope of this sort of same situation is the sick grandma trope.
Yeah, I also haven't used that excuse personally.
No, because sometimes that's the case, and why would you want to fake that if it wasn't the case? What are you, some sort of a fucking crazy, awful person?
Some sort of sociopath?
Monster? Yeah, like all these people in the show apparently.
Yeah, in school, did you use a lot of excuses? I feel like I didn't. It was either I had the stuff I needed or like I just didn't have it and couldn't turn it in. Like the teacher was never coming over to be like, "Where the fuck is it?" And I had to like come up with something,
It's usually pretty cut and dry. Yeah, I've not tried really much of bullshitting in my time.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I don't know if that's just maybe we're not wired.
We're not slackers enough, dude. We should have been. We should have been bigger slackers.
I mean, we're slackers, I feel like, enough.
Enough, a reasonable amount. Any more, and it's dangerous.
You want to be on the edge.
That is true. You definitely don't want to jump the edge. You don't want to be one of those kids that was in school, like fucking, like high school or middle school, like not going to class and getting Fs and shit. You know.
Shout out to those people.
Big shout out to them. Imagine going home, you got fucking like 5 out of 6 Fs and like a D, and you just hand it to your parents like, I don't know.
You're like, fuck you, Mom.
They're like, what are you, dumb?
They hit
like,
you.
What?
You're like, well, that's what happens. Yeah. Shit.
I mean, those parents are burnt out.
It gets
that's
dark.
Probably a horrible scenario. Yeah, it gets dark quick. Dad's chain smoking in the lazy boy in the living room.
Inside smoking. Yeah, that's real shit.
Yeah. Dogs barking all day, all night. Never stop.
That dog is chained outside, though. The dog is not inside.
It's a horrible scenario.
The sick grandma, though, Mose uses this on Seth. So this is her continuing plot to fucking break him loose. Is she lies about her grandma being sick.
My thing is,
right?
Like, why isn't she trying to take the straightforward approach again? Like, all right, April Fool's Day's over. You don't got to worry about them thinking it's a prank. All right, this is real life. This is a real situation. Level with the guy. She
really went from 0 to 60.
She really did. What the fuck?
On the like crazy response scale.
It doesn't. Yeah. I mean,
because the degree to which she goes, she's a psychopathic liar. I think I'm gonna say that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Psychopathic.
I think she enjoys it. I think she gets a little bit of a kick and a thrill.
Well, no, it's like
she's been hanging out with that swindler Ned for too long.
That's for sure. But it's not even that it's a thrill; it's that it's a compulsion. She can't not. Once she's in the lie, she has to keep going with it.
Well, didn't you see her face? Like the first half of the episode when she's getting away with the lie, cut and dry, easy peasy. It's like working really well for her. She's smirking, she's laughing,
You're right.
She's making jokes at Ned because his excuse was trash, even though his was real.
Yeah, she's like the guys from Rope that killed the guy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
had a party and had him in the chest in the middle of the living room with everybody in the room with him.
I mean, that's a great comparison. Big shout out to Rope. Shout out to the first thing I showed on the Show Me Something pod.
Oh yeah, that was the first one, huh?
It was the very first thing, yeah.
Nice. But yeah, Cook is usually the Costanza character, but really Mose is very Costanza-like in this episode particularly.
Yeah, but also at the same time, so is Cook because
yes, they both are.
Yeah,
Cook has no chill.
No, he doesn't, and he does something I think even more ludicrous than her, which would make him, I think, more of the Costanza. You are dead right. I think that she could still, pull off.
She's more Jerry. She's more Jerry in this.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could definitely see this being something that Jerry would do.
Because Jerry is also not morally good as a person, but he's not as bad of a person as George is.
Yeah, he's not. Jerry would never. I was about to say he would never throw an old woman down the stairs, but he did. He did mug an old woman for a loaf of bread.
Yeah, but he didn't push her down.
No,
I don't think
he did call her an old bag though, and tear it away from her hands.
He did that. I saw it.
Yeah, it's a fucking great show.
Mose has grandparents in Florida, just like Jerry Seinfeld in the show.
That is true. Yeah.
But yeah, so she doesn't have an actual grandma that she can come and have be her little gimp fucking prop to show to Seth. So she has to think on her feet. She thinks, well, clearly I'll get in disguise as an old woman and be my own grandmother. That way we cannot be in the same room at the same time. That's the best idea.
Yeah, it's definitely a plan that can easily backfire.
It's like Mose is smarter than this.
Well,
I thought.
You think so, but again, she's been listening to this cancer that Ned spews at her, and it's unhealthy, and I think that it's finally starting to affect her.
Yeah, that's fair.
The guide steers her wrong constantly. The only person that helps is Ned.
It just helps him retain his power and control.
His influence.
It's all about the influence on the populace of JKPMS. He pulls the strings. Martin Corley is the VP. He's the acting VP and also the actual leader of the puppet regime led by the weasel.
Yeah.
But Ned tells him what to do.
Oh yeah, Ned
is George Soros.
Ned's Epstein.
Yeah. Oh shit. Back to the Ned dog storyline. Sweeney is making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich as Ned comes up to him as Sweeney is preparing his student evaluations. All this culminates in the dog who is summoned by the peanut butter.
Yes.
Shows himself. This is what makes Sweeney finally realize that Ned has not been lying this whole time. There is, in fact, a loose dog in the school eating paperwork for some fucking reason. Yeah,
and I have a little anecdote I wanted to mention about peanut butter and dogs. This is something that we, like a similar thing that we did for one of our short films that we did back in the day. Remember with Jess's dog? I put like peanut butter on my elbow.
Yeah, it's not as weird as it sounds. Yeah, no, it was your elbow.
In order to get the pup to lick me to wake me up in the movie.
Yeah, it was great. That was a good dog. I think that dog might have passed away, so rest in peace.
I think it did. R.I.P.
Jules?
That was Jules, right?
Yeah. Shout out Jules.
R.I.P. Jules. Great pup. Really great pup.
Oh yeah. Kind of a leopard
Shout out
print.
Jess, guys. Hashtag get Jess on the pod.
Yeah, get Jess on the pod for sure, and go out and watch Hired Gun on Mosh Pit Movies.
Yeah, it's a hell of a thing. It'll feel like you're watching a straight to VHS movie, 100%.
That's right. So after the dog steals the paperwork, Sweeney strikes a deal with Ned. It's like, I'll give you double extra credit, and Ned is like, no, triple extra credit if you help me get that paperwork from the dog. Handshake. All right, let's do this.
Did you ever have one of those extreme extra credit scenarios in school?
So what, like where you strike a deal with the teacher for some?
No, I just mean when you had an insane amount of extra credit.
I think that sometimes they would do it as just like, well, it's the end of the year. This clearly doesn't matter, so it's 100,000 points of extra credit or whatever.
I mean, none of it ever matters.
Yeah, none of it matters. So it's like okay. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Anytime they do extra credit, it's just like, well, why didn't you just make it out of like whatever number of points and just have that be the maximum number of points and just have it be the whole thing? Yeah, it's like you're jerking us around here.
Well, yeah, maybe it's weighed differently or something.
Because what it is often it's something stupid. It's like you just do this one like manual task that's like just something you literally have to do and you can't do wrong. You just have to do it. And so the extra credit you get from doing this one thing that not even a monkey could fuck up can get you like 1 point, like for the thing that you were supposed to do that took skill that you didn't do as good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So it's just
I get you.
It's a way to make up for your fuck up. That's all extra credit is for most people.
I mean, I remember in high school.
If you're awesome, then you can get 100,000 points out of 100 and just be baller like that.
I mean, that's exactly what I did in high school. What I was just about to say in Steigel's class, which was fucking 10th or 11th grade English or whatever it was. I had at one point a 150% in the class because she gave out so much extra credit, and I just did all of it because it was all just like.
Why wouldn't you do your work?
The easiest stuff to do. It was just like you basically got the extra credit for free, like. And one of the things was that she invited the class to Olive Garden.
I was there. I wasn't in the class. I was not in the class, and I was there.
Me and Ked split an appetizer.
I don't know how she was allowed to do that. This was after hours. It was an unofficial fucking field trip after school. That was for extra
I don't
credit.
know. It's kind of bizarre, wasn't it, when you think about it now? She's great, though. We're friends on Facebook.
Yeah, she's a photographer, so.
Yeah, for a while she was traveling.
Also a traveler.
Definitely not doing
traveler.
it now.
Not anymore, right?
But
Ned pulls out I want to say a 128 ounce jar of peanut butter. It might be a 64 ounce, but it's a big fuck off jar of peanut butter.
Yeah, it's huge. It's definitely bigger than the one that was in the beginning of the episode.
It is bigger than that one. It's bigger than any jar of peanut butter you've ever seen.
This is a Costco-sized one.
I'm gonna say bigger than Costco sized. I've never seen one this
bigger than Costco. You think this is like restaurant? You could only buy it from like a distributor sized.
Yeah, it's restaurant surplus commercial grade size jug of peanut butter.
It's something you put in a bunker.
Usually it's a jar of pickles this big, but it's peanut butter.
Does peanut butter last forever?
Not quite in the same way honey lasts forever, but it lasts a damn long time if it's chemical peanut butter.
Honey lasts forever?
Honey lasts pretty much forever. I think that they found honey from ancient Egypt that was still basically chemically the same thing.
And like the guy who found it just like rubbed his finger along it and said, and just ate it.
He did a dab, he do a dab. He rubbed it on his gums. It was honey dust. Honey mummy dust.
Nice.
But yeah, so Ned and Sweeney peanut buttered their hands up in a disgusting way.
Yeah, this is a really bizarre scene. They're like running down the hallways, like just waving their arms like madmen. It's like, what is even happening?
They're chumming the air with peanut butter scent. That's what the idea is, but it just
I
don't know if that would work.
I don't know if it would either. But I like the comparison, calling it chumming the waters of the air. It's nice.
Yeah, and there is a shot that's when, like, after this shot, they end up in the gym, and then there's a close-up. Continuity error.
Yeah,
no peanut butter on their hands.
Fuck up.
So they go from completely peanut butter hands to no peanut butter on the hands.
Yeah, their hands are dead clean. Also, while they're running down the hallways, they bump into Jennifer Moseley right after she had talked to Seth in the grandma outfit, and her wig falls off, and Ned picks it up with his peanut butter hands and puts it back on her head.
Yeah, because she comes into the school. She just shows up, which who would not think this is weird? Just an old woman. Where's Seth? I'm looking for Seth Powers.
Well, she's got Cookie as an escort.
Oh, she has Cookie as an escort. So, but why isn't Jennifer there? What was the excuse given for why Jennifer wasn't there?
I don't remember what they say.
They say something horseshit for why, but like it's just crazy.
Yeah, but
why wouldn't you just have
Granny?
Just get another chick.
Seth.
No, but I'm saying for Jennifer, just get another chick. Hey, I need to put you up in grandma clothes for the day.
Well, she should have gone to the theater department.
She should have got a thespian.
You always got to get a thespian.
We never got a thespian for the movies we made. We never hired actors.
We wanted to get thespians. It's something we talked about constantly.
We would always talk about it, and then we would look at them. We'd be like, I think those kids are sexually active, dude. I don't think we can talk to them.
And then the actors would just be me, you, and Ked, and Jess, and fucking.
We'd be playing all the characters, even the girls.
Sometimes Charlie.
Even the girls, but it would only be comedically a female character.
Yeah, we never had any actual ladies in our films, which is too bad. You know,
it's not like we didn't want it, but
no, we were just too spooked.
The dog, though, that they're trying to catch has been carrying the evaluations around with it. I don't think that's a thing dogs do usually, right? Maybe. I guess
what, carrying something around?
No, they do that. Toys.
Yeah, they definitely do that, yeah.
So
they do with even not toys, they do it with just like stuff that smells like they're people, or just stuff with good smells on it.
Okay. Yeah, so there you go. It's not implausible at all.
No, I don't think so.
So he shows up. There's a tussle, I believe. What exactly happens between them and the dog? Do they fight
between them and the dog? I don't remember. They like try to get it off the dog when the dog comes to the gym.
All I know is that the
dog runs away.
Yeah, well, what we thought of right away is like, well, Gordy has a collection. Commissioner Gordy has a collection of tranquilizers in his closet. Why doesn't he fucking do something to the dog with one of those? Like use the cat trank on the dog.
I mean, yeah, Gordy needs to really start whipping those tranquilizers out more often.
Well, you don't want to whip them out too often, but when you need
he starts tranking too many people. People get addicted to the high, to the rush.
Yo, trank me, Gordy. Yeah, they ask him to trank him.
Trank me right in the ass, Gordy.
Hit me.
Hit me with that elephant trank.
But yeah, Vanessa, who is the 8th grader,
Yeah, she's back in this episode.
Cookie's very, very intermittent, sometimes love interest.
Only ever happened one other time, right? It was just in the math episode.
And she was like, I got to give you some time to develop or something. That was basically like what she said.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I don't remember. She didn't end up being like, we're going to hang out. She was just like, maybe in a little bit. I think it's kind of like what it was.
Yeah, is because back then he was a deadbeat asshole liar. You know, he was just lying about his grade.
Yeah, and now this episode, because he's a psycho, she has said also that her grandmother is sick, and he's like, this was revealed to him right after Ned was like, that's the oldest trick in the book, and so he's like, well, that's a lie. I don't believe you, Vanessa.
Yeah.
So this is what spirals him on the ultimate George Costanza train, this episode.
Yes, it does. So much so that he doesn't believe, even when the grandma shows up and it's clearly not her.
Though the grandma in the episode
pushes her down the stairs.
Well, she is wearing the same exact wig that Mose was wearing earlier.
Yes,
the actress that
the
is
same
playing,
exact one. But it's still, you can tell it's not Vanessa.
It's not it's also not a middle schooler in makeup, I don't believe.
No, but it's definitely not an old person.
No, it's like a 20,
if we're talking
30-year-old.
about in reality.
It was a young woman.
Yeah, which I don't know why they couldn't. Well, I guess the whole thing is you don't want to get a real old person because you want it to look fake. But
it would have been funnier, though, because that's the Austin Powers thing, is where you just don't believe that it's a real old lady, even though it's clearly a real old lady.
That's true.
And you just, beat the shit out of her or whatever. In this case, like you said, Cookie pushes her down the stairs he like dumps her out of the wheelchair down the stairs.
Yeah.
and she rolls,
fucking dies.
She fucking rolls like in The Exorcist down the stairs.
Yeah. She's down there laying on the ground. She doesn't get up.
Yeah.
Vanessa comes running in.
Yeah. Picks her up, peels her off the ground. She's like, Cookie, what have you done? That's pretty much the episode.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Ned
it.
is redeemed for once, because it's revealed that the dog was
real. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think I am going to give this episode, I think I'm going to go with the 7 as well. I think I pretty much liked it the same. I think I'm going to go with a steady 7.
Yeah, I'm going to hit it with a 7. So I'm going to match you. 0.5 lower than the last half for my rating, but same ballpark.
Right on. Sweet. Any shout outs or anything, Kirk?
Just the usual sort of stuff. You can follow us at our social media points. What is it? Insta? Is it Harbor Boys? There's no the, right?
It's
just Harbor
at
Boys.
Harbor_Boys.
Harbor_Boys.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're always trying to get on the pod at Lady M. Shosters, at Daniel_Curtis_Lee, at Devin Works Harder. Works is spelled with an E. At Pinky Pinkston. Hit them up. Let them know that we got a pod. We're trying to get them on the pod. Get in their head. Get in their Ned head.
Get in their freaking Ned heads. And then hopefully we've gotten to them enough with the Ned heads to where they are at least on the finale episode. That'd be classic.
That would be crazy because we have we've got a fat amount of season 2 left.
We've got a lot of time.
And then a whole nother third season.
Yeah, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a good amount of time.
So guys, keep listening to the theme song. Slow it down. See if you can transcribe what is being said by the fast talking voice in the song.
Yes, please let us know what the lyrics are.
If
you can figure it out. If you can splice the audio to where you can hear it.
Right. That's the homework. That's the homework for you guys from JKPMS today.
Look, yeah. And thank you guys for voting us as the #1 podcast at JKPMS. We're humbled by it.
Krubs rules.
We'll catch you guys for the next Ned Pod. Stay Neddin'.